Hey there, planner friends. This is Amy from Beloved Plans, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, this channel is for anyone who's looking to get more organized in their finances, productivity, business, and day-to-day life. Today, I am super excited to put together my April budget spread for you guys, so you can see how my April budget is going to look with our real numbers, real paydays, all of those fun things. I went ahead and pulled out the April monthly pages from my 2021 budgeting planner. I'm going to go ahead and link above right now to the video where I set that up, so you guys can pop over there and check that out after this video. And I did a tiny bit of pre-planning, but at this point I just need to get this spread done. It's actually Tuesday, April 6th already, and I haven't done this yet, so I'm running super far behind. Spring has gotten very busy, but in all the good ways. This time I'm going to be using this Save Now, Spend Later sticker book. This was the latest budgeting sticker book put out by the Happy Planner. I will link to that down in the description below if you'd like to check it out. They have a fun kind of new color scheme in it. I'm going to use a lot of these dollar sign stickers to denote my bills for the month. One of the things I also use in my budget planner every month when I set this up is the bill tracker page. So this page shows all the months up here and then all the different bills we have throughout the month, and some of them are recurring and quarterly also. And then I'm going to be looking at this April column to see all the bills that we have that we need to pay this month and that I need to plan for on my budget spread. So let's dive into this part. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is lay down my payday stickers. So I always put one on the first of the month to indicate my paydays for a couple of my jobs. And then my husband gets paid every Friday, so I'm laying those down, and we actually have 5 Friday paydays in the month of April. Now you might think that this means we have an extra paycheck, but it really doesn't, because it actually is going towards that first week of May's bills. So I don't count it as an extra payday, I just use it to pay the following week's bills. So I'm going to put a little section over on the left side to write out our paydays, and this is just like a little index for me to know what paychecks are which color. So I'm going to list these out. I love using these friction pens because they are erasable, and these are the color sticks and they write really nicely. All right, so I've got all of those written out, and then I also have some sinking fund money that will be covering some bills, so I'm going to actually have a color for that as well. So my son is taking his driver's license test on the 19th of April. He turned 16 on the 18th, so I'm just going to put a little note with that car sticker on there to remind myself we'll have an extra expense for his license fee, and then of course adding him to our car insurance is going to increase that quite a bit. I really love this new sticker book that the Happy Planner came out with. It's really pretty jewel tones, and there's a lot of fun quotes in there too. I love this "You are capable of great things" quote. So now I'm going to start color coding and writing in some of the paychecks rather here. So I'm going to use this blue color for bills that will be covered by my income that comes in on the 1st. And then I'm going to put this little hexagon sticker down here in the bottom left. And I'm going to try a new thing this month with half payments. So I'm going to do it for my car. So I'm going to usually I do $400 a month, and I have a little bit of extra principal payment in there. But I'm going to split it up into 2 different payments to try to save a little bit on interest. It was something that I heard about from the Organized Money, one of her webinars that I listened to. And so I'm going to split it into 2 separate $200 payments. So that way it'll kind of split it up more throughout the month. It won't all hit at one time. So I'll let you guys know how that goes and if I see any difference in as far as how much interest is accumulating. So I'm just looking at my little list here over on the left side, start writing in those paydays, and then I'm going to come in and highlight those different colors. Just trying to map out which colors I'm going to use so I can match them up with the stickers. So that pinkish purple we're going to use for the April 2nd paycheck. So I highlight the paycheck, and then I also will highlight the different bills. Now these ones in the yellow are my sinking funds, so that's what those note. And then I'm using the light purple stickers for the bills that are be covered by the April 2nd paycheck. I'm gonna go in and highlight everything too. So that brighter pink color will be the 16th, teal will be the 9th. And again, I highlighted the paydays that correspond to those. I'm going to do a blue for the 30th and an orange for the 23rd. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping around there a little bit, but just trying to map out the colors so they're not too similar next to each other. So now I'm just going to continue to write in the bills and put these little stickers down and highlight the bills for the month. So then what I do as the month progresses is when the bill is scheduled to be paid, I will put a check mark on the little circle sticker. And then once it's cleared my account, I will draw a line through it so that when I look at my monthly spread, I know, okay, this one's already come out, this one I'm waiting for it to come out, etc. It just helps me plan a little bit better. So I am writing, we have my son's birthday on the 18th and then my niece's first communion also, which both of those things will affect our budget for the month. So I'm just putting those on there so that I can plan accordingly. So I gotta add in a couple more bills here. I'm also going to do half payments on our electric bill. Reason being is that it's kind of a bigger one in the warmer months because it's the one that our air conditioning runs off of. So instead of it hitting at the end of the month when it typically does, I'm going to pay half of it mid-month and then the other half of it that last week of the month. I just think that will help spread out the cost a little bit since we are in a weekly pay schedule. So I'll let you guys know how that goes too. So I'm going to put a little post-it note on here. We do have a small season ticket package to the Minnesota Twins, and up until now we had not been getting billed for it because of COVID and all the credits we had from 2020 season, but now that bill is starting up again. So I just put a note on here because I don't know the exact amount yet. I need to add that on here and look at what day it comes out so that I can make sure I plan for it. All right, so now I'm going to move into the paycheck bill trackers. So I am going to do the one that is for my paychecks. So I do one paycheck bill tracker for the entire month. So I'm writing down all my sources of income over up in the income section from my various jobs that I have. I always budget for set amounts depending on how many paychecks are in that time period. And then I pay the mortgage out of there, some of our insurance, my car payment. So I'm going to put my first $200 payment on there. And then I'm going to put my second one on there as well, since that's later in the month. Just so it's a reminder to myself that it's coming out in 2 increments. So I'm going to put my giving on there. I'm going to total all those things up and then see what we have left over. And now I'm going to do the same for our weekly paychecks. All right, so I'm going to start out by budgeting our various paychecks. So this is the paycheck for April 1st. So I always put just kind of an estimated amount in the budget column, just because I usually kind of know about what the amount will be that's coming in. And then I always leave a spot for rolled over money because we typically have a little bit left rolled over for the most part. So then I'm just going to list out my bills under the bills section. I'm just looking at my monthly there so I know exactly what I have coming out. I'm going to pop that in. So next I will do my April 9th paycheck. So again, writing the income, I have some sinking fund bills that are getting paid during this pay period. So I am going to put a place for that money to come in so then it can go out for the bill. Now I don't actually do my variable spending in my envelopes yet. I do that when I sit down and budget out the actual paycheck. But this at least lets me map out my different bills that I have for the month. The ones I know that are fixed, that are every month bills. So I'm doing that for the 16th now. I am putting my son's birthday on there, my niece's first communion gift on there, just because those are things I need to budget for that week. Now we'll jump to the 23rd. I have some money that's going to come in from savings to cover a car payment, so I made sure to add that in the income column there. And then I'm doing half of our electric bill there too. So now I'm going to set up my expense trackers. So our joint account usually has at least 2 pages. Then I have the mortgage account that our mortgage is paid out of and my sinking fund account. So that is all set now for the month of April. Hope you guys found this video helpful. Don't forget to check out my Patreon if you'd like to see how I budget my paycheck in detail a couple times a month. I post those over there. And I'm going to go ahead and link to last month's budget setup so you can check that video out if you'd like to see that.